In this video, I'm going to talk about how to take your session view content and then transform it into the arrangement view, which is the linear timeline, and then how to export that into a WAV file or MP3. So assuming I've got all my scenes arranged the way that I want, I need to first look inside session view and make sure it's all clear. So what I notice here is looping is enabled, and you definitely want to disable that. Otherwise, your content will continuously be recorded in the loop. And in this case, my loop brace only spans just about 8 bars. So the content would record over itself, and I'd only end up with 8 bars of content, which would not be good. So definitely disable that. And then also, you want to make sure that this says 111, and you can clear it just by double clicking on the square here, and that will reset it to 1. And that way the recording will start here at the first bar rather than somewhere else. If the pointer is somewhere else in the timeline, that's where the recording will start. And that's probably most times when you're starting out not where you want. However, you might have some content in the timeline, and you definitely can place your cursor into the area where you want new content to be placed, and that actually could be worthwhile. So clear this and we'll get started. I want to make sure I'm queued up, so I'm on the right scene, and then I can hit record. I've finished my recording, and when I go into the arrangement view here, I can see that it's grayed out. And this is really important. When you want to give control to the actual arrangement view, you have to click this button, and then you'll see all of the tracks will be enabled. And when you start to play, you'll actually hear it from the session, from the arrangement view. It's confusing, so just be ready for that. To give control back to the session view, you click on this square right here, and then that tells Ableton, oh, I'm back in session view. So try to remember that whenever you're switching between views, that you need to tell Ableton where you want to hear that output from. One thing that I should mention is you must be in the arrangement view to export to a WAV file or MP3. If you want to export your audio, you must be in this view. You can't actually do it from the session view, so be aware of that. So you will actually need to record your audio in here. And you can see here, here's the timeline. It's in real time. That's also helpful. And you may want to add a fade out. And so to do that, you can go into automation mode. You could go view automation, or you could hit the A key, and it will bring this up. And the parameter that I want to adjust is the track volume for the main uh, master track here. And so what I will do is I'll highlight the last section of output here, and I'll add a shape. And I want to zero this out afterwards, so there's silence after the end of the song. And I may want to nudge it down, so I'll hit Option and then left click and drag here to get a nice fade out. I could even add a fade in if I want. I don't think I want to do that, but if I did, I could use a shape like that. And now I'm ready to export. When you're ready to export, make sure that you don't have a specific area selected, because if you do, you'll only get you'll only be able to export that section of audio, and it won't sound right. So to get the whole thing, make sure that you've you've just got the full canvas in front of you and no section is selected here. and then go to File, Export Audio Video. Make sure that you're using these settings. This is the highest quality one that you can have for an export. And also make sure that MP3 is selected. You may need to fiddle with that initially. Hopefully it's not too much trouble. It may, in more extreme cases, require you installing a codec. Hopefully not, but if you get stuck there, please let me know if you're unable to figure it out. And then when you're ready, hit export and choose a folder where you want to save your output. It will save the WAV file first, and then it will save the MP3 after. I don't think you can just save the MP3. And for the entire course, for every assignment, every weekly project that you upload, please always upload that MP3 file rather than the WAV file so we can all listen to it, and it will save us bandwidth. The WAV files are typically quite a lot larger than the MP3 files, and everybody will appreciate it if you upload the MP3 format instead. There's a slight quality reduction with MP3. Most of us, we're not really going to notice the difference. It's still a little bit noticeable, but it's good enough. And here's the final output. So we've got our MP3 file, which is considerably smaller than the WAV file, and we have these configuration files, which actually can be deleted here. All right. Thank you for watching.